mean, if there is someone that says, I don't believe in anything, you're dead, it's gone, that's it, I would just say, well, maybe just keep your eyes open. Maybe you'll notice something. And if you have an open mind, maybe it might make you feel better.
But that's a really good answer though, because
Mhm.
I already knew what you were going to say, but like I said, I wanted to ask anyway, just for purposes of conversation. But I also wanted to point out that uh, in coaching, grief coaching specifically, it is important to just be supportive, and
Mhm.
that's one thing that if you're someone who is looking for a grief coach, that is something that if you have the right coach for for you,
Mhm.
for example, you will have someone who is supportive of you no
Mhm.
matter what beliefs may differ. Like we're
Mhm.
not here to teach belief systems,
Mhm.
but it is a thing. I think a lot of people don't consider grief coaching because a lot of people are kind of anti-therapy,
Mhm.
or they just don't understand it. And surprisingly, my mom, for example, I didn't think that she would be open to a grief coach, and she actually is. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's great.
Mhm.
Because I think a lot of people sometimes, like I said, don't understand necessarily what it entails. Um,
Mhm.
and if you're someone who's kind of anti-therapy, you might be against it for that reason.
I try and find the silver lining. Like, I spent more time with my kids probably than most people do in their lifetime because of the struggles they had. Well, a thing that I would encourage is for them to reframe it. So, like, for
Mm,
example, my son, well, both my kids, I spent a lot of time with them because of their, like, because my son had a heavy drug addiction, and I basically had him under house arrest. And
yeah.
so, at the end of the day, I lost them both. But then I go back to, but how much time did I get to, like, I try and find the silver lining. Like, I spent more time with my kids probably than most people do in their lifetime because of the struggles they had. So I was always there. And I try and just reframe it, that look at what was positive out of that. What was positive? What did I learn? And ways to keep them alive. Like, I talk about them all the time. I take, their anniversary days off and spend the day for myself and just honor them. And I think really just trying to, instead of being consumed by the pain, it's just like, well, with the pain, there was this great love. And I try and remember that, it wasn't easy, but there was positive things in that time I got to spend with them.